Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Tuesday morning. Hope y'all having a good morning. Getting ready to head into work. For you guys who don't know, like I said, it's been a while since I've loaded up some videos. I dropped a message in my community tab, explaining why. Like I said, I got a child that's getting ready to graduate. So I've been doing a lot of running around. You know what I mean? I've been taking care of a little business. Going to some functions and, ceremonies, graduation type stuff, stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. For the first part of May, it's been hectic. Got to get this kid ready to graduate and off to college and stuff like that. So, but this morning, I'm heading into work, as y'all see, postal service. Get ready to go hit this mail. Just wanted to talk a little bit about, not too long ago I dropped a video, right, about parental fraud, paternity fraud, my bad. Dropped a video about paternity fraud, right? About how these women out here hitting these men up and these guys are not the fathers, So you have certain situations. Like, say, one video was a guy. He was living with the woman. They were dating. They was living together, and she got pregnant, right? So obviously the guy thought that the child was his. To let them tell it, they was having sex every day. Multiple times a day. That's all they did, right? While they lived together. So when she got pregnant, he obviously thought the child was his. He didn't get a paternity test, no DNA test, or nothing like that. Like I said, that should be mandatory. Whenever you guys, man, if you're in a situation, if you're in a relationship and your girl is pregnant and she's about to have a child or she has a child, get a DNA test right there on the spot, man. Like I said, it should be mandatory, but it's not. It depends on your state. Just figure out what's going on in your state. If it's, like I said, if it's not mandatory, still pay a little bit of money, man, and get a DNA test, right? Just to be sure. Like I said before, I'd rather her be mad at me. You know what I mean? She'll get over it. She'll be mad, but she'll get over it. I'd rather her be mad than have to spend the next 18 years paying child support for a child that ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it, You guys do what you want to do, but I'm just saying there's a lot of that going on out here. So this guy was, like I said, living with this girl, or with this lady. She got pregnant, had a child, and he didn't get a paternity test because he thought DNA. He thought the child was his since they've been living together and they was having sex on a regular, right? So comes to find out, 3 or 4 years later, the child ain't his, right? The girl, this idiot, the female posted a picture of the child on Facebook and tagged another dude and said, "You're the daddy." Really? So the guy saw that. The guy that she was, who thought he was a father, saw that. Now all of a sudden he got questions, which he should. He should have questions now, because your dumb ass just sit up here and posted a picture of your child and tagged another dude as the father. Stupid. Man, I tell you, women do some of the most. Y'all think everybody idiots. You know what I mean? But yeah. So he challenged it, got a DNA test, found out that the child was not his. It was the dude that the girl was posting, on Facebook, tagging the other guy. That's your child. That actually wound up being that guy's child, right? So that's what I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna do some more videos, man. I've been doing some research, and I'll probably be dropping another video soon on this paternity fraud, man. Because you got women out here that will do that to you, and you have women who will not even have sex with you. You might not even know the woman. Never have sex with her, and in certain states, they can just put your name on the birth certificate. All they need is your name and address, right? And they can put you down as a father. And a lot of this information they can get off social media, man, off the internet. They can get your name, where you live, all this stuff off the internet. So y'all be careful, man, when y'all, in these groups, especially on Facebook. I see a lot of posts on Facebook where if you're in these groups, they'll ask you, you know, what's your birthday? You know, they'll be like, who was born in this year? Or post the year you was born, and post if you posting the year they was born, and then they'll post like, what month, what month and year you was born, or what month and day you was born, and your age and stuff like that. And all this stuff, if you post your month and the year you was born, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Or if you post a month and the year and your age, come on. It's not hard to backtrack and find out, what year and all that good stuff, right? If you know what I'm saying? Because they always have these posts asking you your age and what month you was born, right? They can easily find out your year off of that. If you post your month and then how old you are, you can easily figure out what year you was born in. Stuff like that, right? So be careful when y'all be answering these questions on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It can easily be used to dig into your personal information. So, yeah. So, like I said, man, the reason I want to talk about this because I have a situation where a friend of mine's son got caught up, right? This was last year, right? He was dating this young lady. So, I think he's 21 now. He was about 20 then. So, he was dating this woman, right? Or this young lady. And, of course, it didn't last too long. They broke up. Next thing you know, she contacting him saying that congratulations, we just had a child. Oh man, this dude he's like, what? Huh? I didn't know you was pregnant. She's like, yeah, I found out I was pregnant when we broke up. But the whole time they broke up, the 9 months or whatever she carried the child, she did not tell him she was pregnant. She broke up, moved back, I think her family lived about maybe I think it was about like 40 minutes away or something like that. So, and this is in Texas, right? So they broke up, she moved back with her family, which is a little town about 40 minutes away outside of Dallas, and he never heard from her until she come hitting him up saying that they just had a child. Can't believe this, man. But yeah, so he's like, huh? And so he told his mom, and his mom was like, well, send us some pictures. So the girl sent pictures of the child. Child looked nothing like anybody in their family. Now, and some, we know when childs are born, a lot of times they might not look like the father or the mother. They might, what I'm saying, it takes a while for the child to develop certain features, right? But I mean, in this situation, this family here is like, their genetics is freaky because the mother looks just like her father's side of the family. Her sons looks like her father's side of the family. Her brother and sister and her brother's kids all resemble each other. You know what I mean? It's freaky. It's like you can take a look at her brother and her brother kids, and you would think that she had them. You know what I mean? It's a trip how it is in their family, man. It's like they all come out looking like her father's side of the family. So cause even her oldest son, his kids, he has 3 kids. He has 2 girls and a boy. All of them look like her. all of them look like his mama or his mama's side of the family, her father. You know what I mean? It's all, if you can tell they're all related. You know what I mean? You can look and tell. So for her youngest son to have a child, and this child looks nothing like them. No, I mean the color, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? And the boy was like, nah, mom, we broke up. Of course we was having sex when we were together, but when we broke up, she didn't say nothing about, being pregnant. And but she kept, and her parents, the girl parents, just as stupid. They were saying the same thing, calling them, talking about, we need diapers, we need we need diapers, we need milk, we need, this and that, baby clothes, just trying to hit them up for everything. Right now, she hadn't put him on child support yet. right? She was just trying to get them to buy diapers and clothes and all that yada yada yada, right? So, but before, and the thing is, like I said, when they were dating, the boy, the girl saying he's the father. Like I said, he's about 20 years old, somewhere up in there. He was working at FedEx, so he was doing pretty good. He had been working at FedEx for about 6-8 months. His father works for UPS, so and between his father and his mom, they were making good money. Of course, like I said, they was well over. The father was making at least $100,000 a year. He'd been working for UPS a while, and the work that his mom does, she works for some company. I ain't gonna say the company, but anyway, she pulls in about $100,000 a year as well. So they are well off. But like I said, the girl who says that he's the father, she saw dollar signs, basically. You know what I'm saying? So what had happened, like I said, this is how stupid they are. They kept asking the mom, when you gonna come pick up your grandchild? When you gonna do this? When you gonna spend time with your grandchild? When is he gonna come see his son and stuff like that? So, they made arrangements to see the child, right? So once they picked up the child, the mom, of course, since they saying that the child is his, they went and got a blood test. Dummies. So come to find out, the child wasn't his. Come to find out, the child was actually the girl's ex-boyfriend's. Yeah, you know how that goes. The ex-boyfriend is actually, street dude. He out there, like O'Shea Duke Jackson be saying, he out there dustying it up. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't really got no job. He out there, hustling. No real income. So she saw how the other guy's family was living, how he was living, and was like, oh, okay. Well, I can get a quick little lick off of this. So yeah, she pinned the baby on him. Well, like I said, they went and got a blood test, found out the child wasn't his, so on and so forth. But yeah, man, it just goes to show you that this is what happens. These women will try to pin a baby on you, even if you were having sex, even if it was unprotected. Still, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. And I know a lot of guys, with that vetting. I mean, you can vet to a certain extent. I keep hearing people say, well, you should have vetted better. You should have, this and this and that. You can't, in a way, you can vet to, like I said, you can vet to a certain extent. You don't know what somebody's going to do, later down the line. But in some instances, you can get an idea that, I can't trust this broad. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it goes to your age and maturity and what you've experienced. So when you're young like that, 19 to 20, man, you ain't thinking on that level. A lot of guys aren't. You know what I'm saying? They just, they're not thinking about who this girl was with before me, how she carried herself and stuff like that. So, like I said, I don't know if she, like I said, I never met the girl. I don't know if she acted ratchet or what, but from what the mom was telling me, it's something that you could have saw coming if you was really paying attention. But still, like I said, you don't know what somebody's going to do, especially when the back's up against the wall. She probably never thought she'd get pregnant, especially she never thought she'd get pregnant by her ex-boyfriend who's out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So when women are faced with a decision, they're going to go with what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it hurts you. You know what I'm saying? So either she was going to go with the actual father who does nothing, makes no money, or the guy she just broke up with who's doing good, who has a good job, family has a good job, family has stability. Guess what she's going to do? Guess which way she's going to go. Even if it's wrong, even if it's, even if she's telling a lie. She's going to try to preserve her and her child. That's what women do, right? It's the preservation of her and her child. Don't give a damn about what it's going to do to that guy. You know what I mean? She was playing the odds. She was hoping. She was hoping that it was his. That's what she was hoping. She was hoping that they would just that she could finesse them, and they wouldn't really, look into it, and they would just take her word for it that the child was his, right? Since they were dating, you know what I mean. But like I said, once they broke up, she went back home to stay with her folks, and lo and behold, 8 or 9 months later, oh, you got a child, and he never knew she was pregnant. So yeah, you can't. You just gotta be careful, right? You just gotta be careful. That's all. And I can't. I'm not the one to sit up and tell guys, hey man, you shouldn't be having sex or you should abstain. I'm just saying be careful, right? I'm not gonna pull wasn't that Rollo Tomasi telling guys get a vasectomy? I'm not saying that. You're not gonna get that. I don't believe in that either. You know what I mean? You 20 years old, man. What you doing getting a vasectomy? Y'all don't listen to stuff like that, man. What I can tell you is, wrap it up. Wrap it up and just be careful, man. If y'all out here having sex, young guys, y'all 20s, teenagers, just wrap it up. Be careful. That's all I can tell you. Because you don't know what's going through these women's heads. Hell, half time they don't know what's going through their head. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Women are so indecisive at times. One day they thinking this, and the next day they thinking that. It's like they're all over the place, right? You can never understand. You shouldn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't understand a woman. You can't. People be trying to say, well, you should be able to figure out understand what a girl wants. No, because they don't know. These women don't even know. They don't know what they don't. Like I say, they'll be feeling one way today, and then tomorrow they'll be feeling totally different about something else. You know what I mean? It's So when guys come on, well, I understand. No, you don't. You do not understand women. You might understand their nature, but you will never understand a woman completely. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's just one of them things, man. You just gotta be careful out here. Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up, and if you run into and like I said, a lot of times, man, it's some people will say, well, you can tell, and sometimes you can't tell how a woman may act by how she, by how she acts, where she came from, the people she hang around. You know what I mean? Some women you can tell they kind of ratchet just by how they act, how they talk, how they dress, how they behave, and all that. You can see ratchetness when it's there, right? So why deal with a girl that's like that? Because you never know what's gonna happen. She might be on that time to where she might hit you up with with the baby that ain't yours. She might not. But the odds are, the odds are on a girl like that that has that ratchet behavior. The odds are she might pull some BS on you. So why even deal with her? You know what I mean? Not saying that a girl who comes across, traditional or not ratchet won't do that. She might do it too. But the odds are that a woman who acts ratchet, who has those tendencies, those behaviors, the odds are that they will. You know what I mean? Versus a girl who, comes from a well-respected background, the odds are that she won't. Not saying that she, not saying that she won't do it. She might, and she still might do it. You know what I mean? But the odds are different. The odds are greater. You know what I mean? Your odds are better. You know what I'm saying? Your odds are better by dealing with a non-ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why, and that's the thing, man. We gotta be careful of who we deal with. If you suspect this girl to be ratchet and she's giving off those vibes or that type of ratchet behavior, why don't deal with it? Just don't. And that's what we make our mistakes by dealing with women that are questionable. You know what I mean? We make our mistakes by doing that. We deal with women that are questionable. If you can tell she's from the streets, and a lot of women you can, like I said, just by how they act, you can tell that they're from the streets. So why even deal with them? You know, a lot of times we put ourselves in those situations by dealing with those type of women, right? It's all, like I said, it's all about, you know, the possibility over probability. You know, if she's ratchet, it's more, the probability is she's gonna do some ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? If she's not, if she's more on the traditional side, the probability that she's going to do some ratchet stuff is lower. Point blank. It ain't saying that she won't, but the probability is she, you know, is lower that she would do something like. So I'd rather go with the girl that the probability is lower. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything out here is a crapshoot. You know, it's just like when you get up and drive to work in the morning. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You don't know what idiot going to be on the street driving drunk because he had a bad night. You know what I'm saying? He's been drinking all night. And now it's early in the morning, he's still drunk and he wants to get out and drive. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know if that this guy in his 18-wheeler has been driving over 14, 15, 16 hours straight, and all of a sudden he dozing off at the wheel. You don't know. So it's the same way with dating, man, with these women. You really don't know. But you have to kind of insure yourself, right? You have to be a little bit. You have to be a little bit more, you know, like I say, investigative with the women. You know what I mean? Kind of ask questions, pay more attention to them, pay more attention on, you know, to how they act, how they move. You know, if you see something or feel a certain way, you know, like I said, if you've been around long enough, you know ratchet. You know, you can get a glimpse. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you can know, you can tell, right? So just don't deal with them. If you put a woman that's ratchet next to a woman that's not ratchet, you know the difference, right? You know the difference, and by how they talk, how they feel about certain things. Just ask questions when you're talking to these women. And what I realized over the years is like, there's a different type of, when you're talking to a woman, you have to, I know people say listen to women, but there's active listening and there's passive listening. You have to be an active listener when you're listening to women talk. You know what I mean? So, and there's a big difference. So if you are an active listener, you are more engaged in what she's saying, and you're listening for. So if you do have to ask a question, you know what I'm saying, you're listening to basically ask questions. Not in a combative way, but, you know, just to get a better understanding of what she's saying, right? And a lot of times we don't actively be listening to certain words that they say. So you have to be able to listen in order to ask questions. Like I said, a lot of women will think because you're asking them questions that you're being combative. No, you're just trying to get a better understanding of what they're saying. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you'll weed out a lot of the bad apples just by listening and asking questions. But a lot of guys get mesmerized by the booty, you know what I'm saying, by how they look. And you're hearing them, but you're not hearing them. You're listening, but you're not listening. You know what I mean? It's like I said, that's that passive listening. You're just hearing little bits and pieces, and you're not really asking questions to expound on what they're telling you. And, you know, it's like they say, you ask a woman, you let a woman talk long enough, she's going to tell you the truth. And that's true. That is true. Just keep her talking. Keep her talking, ask questions. You know, and this is not like drilling her down. It's just over time. You know, you can do this over time. You just met her, you know, of course you go ask little questions here and there, but just remember, you know, what she said. You know, then, you know, a few days later, a week later, you know, y'all talking, you know, ask her some more questions. Expound on this. You know what I mean? Just, you know, just over time, just keep listening and asking questions, certain questions. And I guarantee you, you'll figure out who she is and what type of person she is. you know. But hey, like I said, man, I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. Like I said, I know I hadn't, you know, loaded up anything in a while. Like I said, just graduation stuff, man. I'm just, you know, I'm involved in that. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Y'all, please enjoy your day, you know, and I'm gonna be dropping some more videos, especially on this parental fraud, paternity fraud. These women don't care about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about if it's gonna hurt you. All they're caring about is themselves. You know what I mean? Like I said, if they have a choice between being with a street dude that ain't got no money versus being with the guy that's on his purpose and doing good, they go choose the guy that's doing good. You know what I mean? They go try to put the baby on that guy. You know, they don't care what it's gonna do to him. You know, especially once especially if he's been paying for years and then find out that he's not the father. You know, they don't care about that. They don't care about what that does to that child either, because that child suffers as well. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, y'all go ahead and drop some comments down below. Tell me what you think about the video, and I'll holler at you in the next one. Y'all, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. Enjoy your Tuesday. I'll holler at y'all later.